Hello, this is the EiEi Podcast. I am JeffCompass. I do Twitch and YouTube. And yeah, that's it.
All right. That means it's me, just like last time. I'm Greg from the channel GregCubed. That's it.
Oh,
Go.
shit.
Whoever's next.
I am Jonii from the channel Jonii. That's spelled Jonii. And I funny, that works. And I am passing it on to the next person, which is Ninjastar.
Hi, I'm Ninjastar Reviews YouTube channel Ninjastar Compass, and I don't make videos.
Hi, I'm
Well, there's
SandyX
that.
from SandyX.
Cool. So we all know each other now. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, now that we're acquainted.
Good to meet you guys, by the way.
Unfortunately, ProTayToe couldn't make it this time because they were busy.
After the
He
travel.
Oh, okay.
We killed him.
the ProTayToe peelers.
I saw our follower,
F in
I
the
saw our
chat.
follower
Discord,
counts,
though.
and he was just like, bruh, no.
They were busy and couldn't make it for this one, so they just doing it without them because they said so.
Okay.
So
well,
this episode is
works.
going to be like kind of a future of the Monkey Ball series episode. Because who knows where the future will be.
well, I already know what the future is going to be. Next one is going to be a remake of N-Gage, I think, probably. Just because
I don't think
Sega.
they're gonna remake it. I think they're just gonna port it because really, the game as it is now is
Oh,
already
that
flawless.
would be even
Yeah.
better.
I,
That would be
it held up
even
graphically, I
better.
think so.
Can you imagine Sega like working on modern N-Gage emulations solely to port fucking Monkey Ball?
Yes.
Could you imagine Sega working?
Considering
Could
Sega's
you
like one of the
imagine Sega?
Jokes.
Considering Sega's like one of the worst companies, like like in terms of decision making, I could definitely see them doing that. I mean, it might be a
Yeah,
little out
I
there,
could-
but you know.
Sega's like just basically Sonic and Puyo now.
Yeah,
They're gonna
Yeah,
and
port
Monkey Ball
Adventure.
remakes. Oh hell yes! That's what I've been
we
waiting
should talk
for.
about that another time because I feel like that's a whole podcast in and of itself.
And Monkey Ball Adventure is definitely its own
We should-
podcast. honestly.
Oh shit!
Straight up,
It would
just
be
do
a
a
fun
review of it.
one.
We just
Yeah, that'll be a
quote.
fun one.
We should all just memorize the scripted Jeff's review and then just all quote it like one line at a time.
So, right now, what do you guys think the status of the series is? Like, what do you think after So BBHD just came out. We don't really know how it sold, to be honest. And no one really. I mean, there's been like some vague mentionings, but from like interviews and stuff. But like, no one really knows if there even is a future, TBH. So I just wanted to kind of get like, what do you guys think?
Realistically, probably I would assume 1 and 2 get remade next. But if not, then probably either nothing or we're gonna get like another mobile game that has nothing to do with Monkey Ball. It's gonna be like that one where it's
Monkey
I
Ball.
don't even know what
Bounce.
you call it. Like you shoot the balls at like bricks or whatever, like brick
Oh,
ball,
I
with
remember
monkey ball.
that,
like that
the
one
last
time.
one that they put out before
Yeah.
BBHD.
It's
yeah.
Peggle.
Yes, that's probably the future of the
Yes,
franchise.
it's Peggle. That's what you're thinking of.
F.
Monkey
Yeah.
Ball Bounce.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, because that's the thing with Banana Blitz HD is we don't know how it sold specifically, but we can imagine it was not like amazing.
I think it was
and
great.
so-
I mean, considering it got like consistent price cuts and it's always on sale, that's usually not a really good sign. That
yeah, they even went
so-
back to their old tactic of packaging it with the Sonic game that's out now. Like I've seen,
Oh,
Did they?
no.
I saw on on Xbox, I saw there was a bundle with Team Sonic Racing and Banana Blitz HD for like $40, and I was like, oh.
Another game with missed potential.
That's a good deal, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I recommend people buy that. That's actually a pretty good deal. I like that.
Yeah, no, honestly, I looked at it and I was like, damn, I already bought Banana Blitz. But
Yeah, I get you.
I think at this point, if there's gonna be another game, it's definitely gonna be something else low effort. So I do think realistically a port of 1 and/or 2 is the most realistic option. Probably pretty minimalist deal.
I would take that. I would love to play.
As
that
long
one.
as
I
it's a
honestly
port-
feel like that would be a good move too, because not only would that be like relatively low effort, but like you said, like that would be perfect for Switch. I feel like a lot more people would be into that, and that would maybe give more fuel to the
for
fire.
sure.
So I think that's honestly the best thing they could do at this point, and it's
Well-
fairly realistic.
As long as it's a port and not a remake, I'm totally fine with it. But I feel like if they remake it, like the games are so like perfect to me at least, that I just like guarantee they're gonna like mess something up. Like they'll just change or they'll have some like mode or like just with BBHD the way it was handled. Like I just do not have a lot of faith in them making a 100% competent remake. And plus 1 and 2 are like close to perfect as is. So as long as it's a port or just like a graphical upgrade, I'm totally fine with it. Remake, I actually don't want to see a remake of it. Period. TBH.
I get that.
Yeah, like one little mistake and it's like it's over. Like they need to do everything
It's like
exactly
a house
how
of
it
cards
was.
that just comes tumbling down if they change it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's a lot of validity to that because I would be open to them giving it a similar treatment to Banana Blitz HD, where it's like, see, it's basically the same, but we like messed with a couple things. But 1 and 2 don't really need that, so I don't know what they would do. But yeah, if they just ground up to like, hey, like it's 1 and 2, but now there's character stat. It's like, no, get out of here.
Honestly, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion. I don't think any game like before like the GameCube era needs, or after the GameCube era needs like remade. Like N64 and before, sure, but like past like 2001, I don't really, except for like Sonic Adventure 2, I guess, or like early like that. But I don't know, most of them are still fine, honestly.
I do think a lot of them, if you're doing like a modern release of it, you don't need to be like, okay, we're rebuilding it from the ground up, because it's like you could literally just take the base and fix what needs fixing and be good. Like
pretty much.
Because that's what you see with a lot of games from like the Wii, PS3, Xbox 360, is if they get re-released on the current hardware, it's just like, oh, we up-resed it and maybe changed the graphics a little bit and fixed a glitch or two, and it's like, that's fine. Like you don't need to be like, oh well, the engine, we've rebuilt it from the ground up, and and we've completely redone the graphics in HD, and it's like, they were already pretty damn good. Like, what are you doing?
That's pretty much how I feel about Banana Blitz HD. I don't think it really, I mean, I know they added some stuff, but I feel like most of it's like the same. It could easily just be a port.
Oh,
honestly.
It's very much like it's very much not a full remake. It's very much like, okay, let's just get this onto like modern hardware and then just like give it a new aesthetic, fix up some of the issues with it, analog control, and then call it a day.
I have
Pretty
some
much.
faith in a Monkey Ball 1 and 2 remake, but I feel like Sega would not give them the proper like tools that they need them to do it. Like they'd probably like cut down their staff or something. Like still give them like a really low budget.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
I would agree with that.
As far as like the dev team themselves, I think they could probably handle it if they like actually got the time and effort that they needed to, to pull it off.
Yeah, I definitely.
They just need to
Go ahead.
Go. No,
Okay.
you.
I was just
Fine.
gonna say I definitely have faith in the team that made Banana Blitz HD. I think they have their heads in the right places, if nothing else. But I do agree that it pretty much comes down to what is Sega going to want and how many resources, how much time is Sega going to give them.
Here's
Well, we know. Okay,
That's
sorry. I don't even know what I was gonna say now. Actually,
well, it's alright. What I was gonna say was, you have to keep in mind that Amusement Team is not it will not be doing the remake, obviously, because they're dead company, and they were obviously the ones who made the game, so it's not, it's really a completely new team who would be doing a remake, and they just don't. I feel like personally they have not done a good job up to this point of capturing what Monkey Ball used to be, which is part of the reason I don't want them anywhere near a remake, because they would think like stuff like they might even incorporate like character stats again. They wouldn't put a jump button in, of course, but I feel like so far they haven't done a great job at preserving Monkey Ball's legacy, and there's obviously a few examples you can look at to prove that, and I just feel like if they were to remake it, I fear that because they don't have an understanding of that, they're just gonna, they might mess something up that fans like. I just don't feel like they're totally in tune with what the fans like so far.
Like, I can see what you're coming from, but like I really do feel like I feel like the devs have kind of communicated like to the fans, but like they kind of know, like they get it, like they understand 1 and 2. are the most liked ones. Like they tried to, like even if it wasn't fully successful, they definitely did try their best on Banana Woods HD's like new features and such.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I honestly
It just-
think it's a case where they had to kind of work with what they were given, and unfortunately, they weren't able to do as much as they could. But I agree. I think their heads are definitely in the right place, especially just listening to the director talk about the franchise.
I'm just
I think if there's one thing they need to do for like if they're gonna make a new Monkey Ball game, they need to get like the composer back from like the first two, because
good.
honestly they could make a Monkey Ball game and have it be like exactly the physics like the first two, but if it doesn't have like that sound, it's automatically like gonna be just like a notch down for me. It hits such a vibe with that. I don't know.
I think that's an interesting thing to discuss. Actually, is if we're talking about the future of the franchise, and this is especially if we're talking new games, what do you think the aesthetic would be like?
they definitely had a pretty wide range for even like one of the later games. You know, we had like the original like Monkey Ball look, which everybody likes. And we had like kind of like the Banana Blitzy look, which is like but like you know some people like. Then there's some games that kind of tried. Then there's like Step and Roll, which is its own thing, which I felt like was pretty good for the hardware. Like I felt like that was the best way they could have did it.
Touch and roll?
Yeah, Touch and Roll had did kind of like the 2D hand drawn look, which I felt like worked better for the DS because like there was like an unused model of like a 3D version of EiEi that kind of looked at the first game, and that was kind of off. So I felt like it made more sense to do it that way. That was kind of more of like a transition point. That was definitely more of a transition between the original and Banana Blitz. And then there was stuff like Banana Splits, which they kind of did like the weird like toy thing.
Right.
But, that wasn't quite Banana Blitz, but like it wasn't like it was kind of like a slightly, I would say, slightly better executed Banana Blitz that style. I do feel like they'll probably
very stylized.
I do feel like they'll probably still kind of try to stay in that area since they've been in it for so long. But like I feel like I don't know if they'll ever go back to the original art style, honestly.
It's just dumb to me because it's like everyone likes the original style better, but like they just don't want to go back to it for some reason. I don't know. I don't get it.
Here's
If I
my
had to guess,
stand.
if I had to guess, I feel like Sega maybe feels like that appeals to like the Japanese audience more. You know, they know that it sells better in the West, which is probably what their problem is.
I could
Maybe. I don't know. It's just weird. to me.
Here's my stance on it. Obviously, you know, I love the classic look, but you know, I could see the argument that by this point it's outdated. I don't like the new. I think the new look, honestly, is just as outdated, considering, you know, it came out in 2006. You know, that's when they started transitioning. So I think for a new game, just screw both of those. Just make a completely new type of art style. Maybe in the middle, maybe, you know, more leaning towards touch and roll. I think it's just time to ditch both. You know, it wouldn't be insane for a franchise to have a third, you know, no, I'm not gonna say remake. I'm trying to think of a third draft.
Sonic Boom. What?
Yeah, but like, you know, you think like Mario's gone through a lot of like transformations and shit. So, oh, am I allowed to swear? I don't even know. But Mario's gone through a lot. You know, every
Check the
franchise.
algorithm.
Yeah. Oh well. So I
fine.
I think personally, like, just screw both of them. Just do something different. Just separate yourselves both from both of those. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, no, I actually totally agree. I think there's so much potential to take inspiration from, especially the original art style, but even from the one they're going with now, and just turn it on its head and do something really unique that'll honestly more stylized. I liked the touch and roll comparison because that game's whole aesthetic is very stylized, and I feel like that would breathe a lot of life into it. Yeah, I do think the original Banana Blitz, well, not the original, but the Banana Blitz redesigns are very, very steeped in sort of a late 2000s, like almost mobile game kind of aesthetic. So I think it would be good for them to honestly drop or revamp those at this point.
Yeah.
So
Pretty much. I don't know. I would more rather they just go back to, maybe this is unpopular, I guess, but I'd rather just go back to the original, like straight up. Honestly,
I get that.
I don't think it's outdated. I think
I would
fine.
like that too, but like
Like
I get
obviously,
the
like,
argument that it's outdated. I mean, like, you know, I think if they were to redo it
I
and do a
don't-
different style, they should heavily be inspired from it. But I think to an
Oh
extent,
no, completely.
I think to an extent,
Well, I think it should be like how like the new Crash design is like pretty
Yeah.
much what like the old one would look like in
Yeah,
modern
exactly.
technology. Like something like that. Yeah.
I honestly think.
but like I don't like the new design. Just looks so cheap.
I honestly think like another thing they could do if they were like if they weren't wanting to go with the like Banana Blitz type designs is because I think something that would be really appealing to the current climate would just be to like take the original designs and really push the Y2K aesthetic, because Monkey Ball 1 and 2 to a degree they are very of their era, but I think deliberately throwing back to that and leaning into it could be a good move.
Especially like I feel like there's some kind of like early 2000s comeback that's been happening.
Exactly.
yeah,
Half-Life
for
is
sure.
back, Monkey Ball is back, Mario got a 3D
Destiny
platforming
Plus.
game. Like I think it's possible that that's what we're like entering. So I feel like bringing Monkey Ball back to its roots would be probably the best decision going forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I could see it.
We're in the
It'd be kinda
era
cool
where
to see like the original Monkey Ball games, but in the style of the new ones, like more colorful and everything.
I don't
I don't know about that one.
I don't want to see.
It'd be interesting.
I personally wouldn't be opposed to that, but I think a lot of people would be.
I
If
would
it
hate
was
that.
like done
I would
well,
buy
I feel
it.
like it's pretty okay. But like
If if it was like solely the aesthetic and they didn't like screw with the gameplay.
the
Like,
problem is,
yeah,
it's just there's such a stigma around the new design now that wouldn't go well over at all.
Like- Honestly, the levels from the new ones are kind of crap. Like, imagine if you took that and made it the old style, it would suck even more.
Oh, probably.
they
Yeah,
did
it'd
make
be kinda,
a
like,
someone.
insulting.
Someone did make a ROM hack the other a few months ago where it's Monkey Ball 2, but it's in the style of Monkey Ball 1's levels. It was like they
Yeah, I
changed
saw
the
that.
camera, they changed like they took out obstacles that wouldn't be in Monkey Ball 1 and they put like this level aesthetic. So, that we're getting to a point where who knows, maybe Wii ROM hacks will start being more prevalent and someone will actually do that. It's kind of scary to think about it, but it could happen.
I don't know. I think as a ROM hack, it'd be really cool to look at. Just not as like an official game.
I get you.
yeah.
Basically, what I'm saying
honestly-
is the appeal of the new ones is that they look good.
I don't even think
that's-
BBHD
there's an
looked-
argument to be made there.
I don't even think BBHD looked like
They're just bright and
spectacular.
colorful.
But if there's anything they take from
Not like it, but
BBHD,
it's not like technically amazing.
if there's anything they take from BBHD, I would recommend they just the menus and the UI from BBHD were like the best in the Monkey Ball franchise, in my opinion. If you take nostalgia out of picture, the menus like were colorful. They looked really crisp and clean. I think if there's anything they take from BBHD, do menus like that. Don't do BBSD, which is the Wii version, like actually looked like garbage. So
Oh my god!
Right?
It looks
It's
So-
the worst part
yeah.
of Banana Blitz original. So you had to twist the Wiimote to go through the menu.
yeah, that was just
Oh
terrible.
god,
I hated
I
that.
forgot.
Yeah, that was so bad. That's all I think
Like,
about
it
when I
was
think
like-
of that game. Just having to twist to like
It's
choose
like,
a
oh,
level.
2006 Wii game. Let's see how we can make the Wii won't do everything. It's like, just don't,
Yeah. Honestly,
I definitely don't miss that era.
honestly, yeah, no, the menus from Banana Blitz HD was I think the thing that immediately caught my eye is they're so stylized and they have such
They're
a
beautiful,
distinct
yeah.
look to them. They're very just like you said, very clean. They're just very well designed. They're very deliberate. It's a limited color palette. It looks really clean and nice. Something like that.
If there's one thing they need to do for the next game, for like the menus, bring back AA dancing.
Oh,
Bring it
dude.
back.
No,
Put it back in.
totally. I think all the characters are cute.
I have
They
all
can
those
lean
dances
into that,
memorized.
and they should lean into that.
They should. They don't.
Exactly.
But they should.
And Monkey Ball 2 leans into that.
Literally, I'm pretty sure I can do every single one of those dances he does, and like the balls and the levels. Oh my! I can think of them all right now.
It's so good.
Man, I missed that.
Those days. That's something else that gives the game a lot of life is some of the idle animations in the first couple games. Like if you just leave EiEi sitting for a while, he'll turn around and wave at you. It's like
Oh my
Shit.
god, yeah. This is kind of slightly off topic, but the idle animations in Sonic Forces
Oh, I haven't played.
that don't exist.
Does he just stand there?
Yeah, you can leave him sitting for like forever, and he'll just not do it. He doesn't even like slightly sway. Like it's like a stick, like an eye pose. It's messed up. They did put nothing in it.
Kind of hilarious.
I know.
Does Banana Blitz HD have any idle animations? I actually don't know.
I haven't checked, but I don't know.
Probably just whatever SD has is my guess.
Yeah, I don't think it did.
Um,
To BH.
yeah.
Well, Ninja, you're like a master of like HD. What do they have idle animations or?
I haven't checked that.
Well,
So-
I mean, I have put over 100 hours into the game, and I don't remember seeing a single one. But you know, I've been wrong before over more.
Yeah, I was gonna say to be
Well,
fair.
I mean, how often do you just leave the game sitting?
I was
Well-
gonna say to be fair, I didn't notice the waving animation in Monkey Ball 1 for years. So
That's fair. That's fair. I may have missed something. I'm
There's
not
a-
saying it
there's a
doesn't. I'm just
chance.
saying from what I've never seen it from what I've seen, but I've also
Right.
been wrong on things I was more sure about before. So don't take what I'm saying with any stock.
there's always a chance.
Oh, so I shouldn't be writing this in the gospel right now. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna quote JeffCompass on Banana Blitz HD has no animation whatsoever.
It does.
I'm gonna go tweet that out.
I
Guys, everyone.
I know
guess-
for sure Sonic. I know
Jeff
for sure
just told me.
Sonic had literally none, and like it looked like I already said this last episode, but it looked like kind of like a mod or something to me.
Oh right.
And wait, what was it? Oh, in
Yeah,
Bad
Yeah.
Blitz.
classic Sonic.
I thought it looked just like a
Yeah,
mod.
I
like-
still don't know why he's in the game.
yeah, I
They
get you.
definitely slapped that together in like 10. We're like,
I think it's like the most Sega thing ever that not only do they need classic Sonic to sell their Sonic games, but also Monkey Ball games now.
yeah.
It's just like, come on.
Well, because you think about Monkey Ball 2, and it's like, okay, well, if they had a guest Sega character, what would make sense? Like, Samba de Amigo, that's already a monkey. No, Sonic. Classic.
Yeah, for real. Oh my god, that would have been perfect.
No, that would have been
But
awesome.
then they're like, oh, but who knows who Samba de Amigo is, right?
Right.
Can't put him in
I'd
there.
honestly love.
Or give him
I'd
a new
honestly
game.
love if they just messed with more guest characters. I've always thought that kind of thing was cool. But it could get really weird if they'd keep it
I'd-
unchecked.
I'd love if they just made more Sega games that weren't Sonic.
Yeah, I was.
You know, bring back all of those
That's part
franchises.
of why I was honestly really disappointed when they announced Team Sonic Racing. I was like, this is the only acknowledgement like all these franchises are getting is like the All-Stars games, and now they're not getting that anymore. Kind of sucks.
Oh my god! And the worst part is they didn't even go all out and like making it like
No,
Sonic
they didn't.
cast because there's only 15 characters.
They went pretty minimalist
It's
on the
like-
roster, which is weird.
for a series that constantly gets said like, oh, too many characters. They sure didn't put too many in the game, but you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
it's, and this is another off-topic thing. It's before, like, I think early 2010s, people complained like there are too many Sonic characters. It's ridiculous. They got to start using less of them. And now I feel like they've gone too far the opposite way. They only ever use like 5 characters.
For real. Oh my god, it's like a big pet
Yeah.
peeve. And especially when like literally the same month Crash Team Racing came out and has like 50
Oh, yeah,
characters,
and
I
it's
think
just
now.
absurd.
And all of them are like unique. For real. Like putting like characters have been like one cutscene of like an obscure game and just throwing them in the game, like throwing them
Yeah.
in. And then Sonic's like, we don't even have the chaotics. So
Basically, what
whoops.
I'm saying is I want Princess Elise as a playable character.
in
and
Monkey
in
Ball,
Monkey Ball.
yes.
Guys,
Could you
guys,
imagine
Steppenwolf
that?
HD. Princess Elise playable character.
Yes.
We're arguing right now.
That's what we need to bring this franchise back.
We're arguing right.
That is.
So we're arguing right now. What is the future of Monkey Ball? But I think the better question, honestly, is there a future of Monkey Ball? Honestly, because
See, that's
I
the
don't think
problem.
Maybe. That's a
I don't
hard
think there is
maybe.
one.
It's a very hard maybe.
I actually think I don't.
You don't think so?
50-50.
I
I do
like we
think.
were-
I was just gonna say, I do think if there is another game coming, like I said, it's gonna be something like Banana Blitz HD, where it's very, very quick turnarounds. Probably a
I
report or something.
I don't think BBHD has done as well as people think it has. I know we talked about this earlier, but consistent price cuts. Game did not get overly positive reception. It didn't get like
Yeah.
super negative reception, but you know, it got, from what I saw, it was like anywhere from 4 to 10 to 6 out of 10, which typically isn't, you know, that's not really considered, you know, it's considered to be kind of average or just mediocre by most. It's
Right.
not terrible, but And like, you know, I just do not think this game performed well. And I already talked about this actually in my review. Why it didn't was because it didn't have true multiplayer. Imagine in 2020, if, you know, this is the year 2020, people are doing Twitch, people are doing YouTube. Imagine if they were streaming 4 people, you know, you could stream 4 people playing the game. Those 4 people may want to buy it. The audience may want to buy it. I think it not having multiplayer killed it. And what I'm saying is, if there's going to be another Monkey Ball game, multiplayer, the way that the classic games did it, is an absolute must. And even, you know, even BBHD with, you know, some people will say, oh, but the mini games. Well, first of all, the mini games were complete garbage, and second of all, like, they're not. And that's all I need to say is that they were garbage, and that's not going to inspire people. That's not really true multiplayer. I think BBHD not having a multiplayer may have actually killed it, honestly. And I talked about
or a challenge.
Well, maybe not challenge.
Well, yeah, exactly. No, yeah, that's honestly like possibly my biggest issue with Banana Blitz HD, alongside the boss battles and the horrible mini games, is just I never understand why they got rid of like main game multiplayer to begin with, because I feel like that was such a huge draw, and they didn't seem to understand that. And Banana Blitz HD not having it was a huge disappointment. And I do think what you said about people streaming it is like a huge thing.
It's even worse. Oh, sorry.
I don't know. It's just I know that when playing like older Monkey Ball games with a ton of people, that's something that's fun to watch. It's awesome. So
yeah, going off that, like, I really wish they would bring back like 1 and 2, like port them to Switch just so it's relevant again. Because like I'm always playing 2, and I'm like, man, I wish there was like a competitive scene for this, like, or like I wish there was like people like streaming this game. Like I just watch people like try and get high scores and stuff, because I really love going for like high score in the game. It's like my thing now, and I don't know. I just really you don't get that from Banana Blitz HD, because there's no challenge mode or anything. It's just like the levels, like score doesn't matter. So I don't know. I kind of wish they'd emphasize that again, like make it like an arcade game that you're like trying to get like a high score and challenge mode and stuff.
Greg just
that's what I want to see back.
I was gonna say, I honestly think that's one of the biggest. You bringing that up actually makes me think that's one of the biggest things we lost between 2 and the original Banana Blitz, and we've never really gotten back, is Monkey Ball 1 and 2 have like a super distinct arcade feel, and nothing past that really does.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because playing
I passed that, it's just like
playing Banana Blitz HD, because obviously the original, I'm like, this is super disappointing, I hate this. But HD, I was playing it and enjoying it, and I realized, I was like, oh, the reason this feels different is because instead of feeling like an arcade game, it feels like a platformer. It feels like it's just a regular platformer.
And what's even worse,
exactly. That's what's
even worse about the lack of.
No, go on. That's all I had to say. Exactly.
I'm sorry. What's even worse is when you realize, like I was just talking about the streaming thing. The other point I wanted to bring up was, Greg kind of just alluded to this, and I'm like quoting my review word for word. That's not even out yet, but it's even worse when you realize this game is on the Nintendo Switch, which is like, like when you realize like there's games like the Snipper Clips game, or what's that other game, like the farming game, and there's so many games that are just like Stardew Valley. There's all the multiplayer games, and you know how like many people buy the Switch version just to play multiplayer on the go. It's even worse. Like BBHG not having multiplayer was one sin, but it being on the Switch, which would have. And my point is like, this would have sold so much more if multiplayer, because you have 4 people, right? 4 people who can play at once, and even more if it's a party. You know, those 4 people plus may go buy it, and they'll be like, "Hey, I remember Monkey Ball." But it being single player as is kind of like killed that. Like it kind of was like, okay, let me just play this by myself. You know, streams I've seen, it's just like 2 people awkwardly passing back a controller or playing the mini games for like 20 minutes before getting bored. So I honestly think BBHD not having multiplayer actually may have killed the series. Like I know it's kind of a bold statement to make.
I disagree.
I think it's a contributing factor, but I wouldn't.
I think Banana Blitz having trashy multiplayer is what killed Banana Blitz HD. Because if the actual main game was like really good, like Monkey Ball 1, 2, it still would have sold pretty alright, probably. Because it would have been like word of mouth. People actually really liked the series, would have like completely endorsed it. Would have been like, play this game, please.
Listen, I disagree with you,
But the
Ninja.
problem was not having the minigames be good completely lost the general appeal that Monkey Ball used to have. Because a lot of people used to play it for the minigames.
Yes.
The reason
I think the biggest thing that
audience.
probably
That's what it was.
the biggest thing that probably killed the series was remaking the game that everyone hates
That
the
was the-
most.
Yeah.
After like not getting
Well,
a
that
Monkey
didn't
Ball game
help,
for
yeah.
like forever.
The reason I actually disagree with you, Ninja, is because, like, keep in mind, we're all what you would call hardcore. Maybe not hardcore, but, you know, we know, like, just in terms of gaming, we take it a step further. We speedrun, we make reviews, etc. But pretty much 99% of an audience for any game is casual. And Monkey Ball is a casual game in the eyes of most people. It's a party game. It's not something they speedrun. It's not something they critique. It's not something they'll replay. So, and that's 99, if not more, 99% more, if not more, of sales. So considering that, you have to keep that in mind, is that the most of the audience that would have bought this game probably did not buy this game because it just didn't have what they were reminded of when they were a kid. You know, multiplayer or what they always thought was fun. Most people played Monkey Ball, believe it or not, for the party games. I remember back in the day, like all my friends, that's what, every time I played Monkey Ball with them, they're like, hey, let's just play the party games. I don't want to play the main mode. So that's kind of my stance on it. It may be a little extreme saying it killed the series, but well, only time can tell, right? I mean, we'll see if it has a future.
I honestly would say that one, it's a contributing factor, but I think honestly one of the biggest contributing factors to the game not performing well is just the fact that it was Banana Blitz HD at all. Because that game already has a negative reputation. And even if it had been like a new game or something, you have to realize most people who care about Monkey Ball in any capacity, they care about 1 and 2. And anything with like, oh look, it's this modern like Monkey Ball aesthetic, like that's gonna be a tough sell. Especially when it's a game with this sort of reputation.
Yeah,
so I feel
like a Monkey Ball fan, you keep talking.
I was gonna say, to a degree, if you want to do a Monkey Ball game that's successful, and I think Jeff touched on this, you really need to play into, oh look, it's this game that you enjoyed as a kid. It's like it's Monkey Ball. It's like 1 and 2. It has Monkey Target. It has Monkey Fight. It has like whatever. You know, I think the issue is that they didn't even remotely try to play into that, which I think is largely on Sega. To a degree, the development team, because Monkey Target, still the kneecapped version. They didn't really say like, hey, look, we got Monkey Target. And I think, I think that's the thing is, with Monkey Ball, there are very specific like positives you can push and market and pursue. And Banana Blitz HD does almost none of that. And so I think to a degree, I think there's things that could have improved its performance and its reception, but I think to a degree it was dead on arrival.
I think
it was dead on announcement.
Yeah,
Yes,
honestly.
exactly.
I remember as soon as the trailer dropped, I remember like half of my Twitter feed was like, "What the fuck? Why are they
Exactly,
doing
yeah.
this?" Like,
That was me. I was like,
and that was
what
like
are they
already. I was
doing?
like, okay,
What?
it's dead.
I think Sega's idea
You see Banana
was,
Blitz and you're like, why? Like literally the worst game.
I think
What could have been like the triumphant
Exactly.
return
Oh
of
my
Super
God.
Monkey Ball just made people mad.
right. And I think
It was like underwhelming. Everyone was
I think
just like,
Sega.
okay.
I think Sega's
Great.
idea. I think Sega's
Sega.
idea was like, this game sold the best, and I think we touched
Right.
upon this last episode. But it's a Wii launch game that's like of a series that at the time was very popular. Of course, it's gonna sell the best. I mean, the Wii sold what, like 100 million units, and it was crazy at launch compared to the GameCube. Of course, it's gonna sell the best, but they didn't look at the actual reception of the game. Most people. 95% of the people who bought that game probably hated it, honestly, from what I've seen in reviews. That's just an estimate. There's obviously going to be some casual people who, were fine with it, but it was not overly receptive, or it was not overly positive reception. And I think Sega they were like, okay, how do we make Monkey Ball successful? Let's just take the game that sold the best and let's just port it, because that way, they thought it would be guaranteed sales, but that's not how it works.
And call it a
That's
remake.
like if they brought back Crash Bandicoot and then they remade like Crash Mind Over Mutant. Like,
Oh my
It's
god,
like,
that's
oh,
exactly
Crash
what
is-
I
like
meant.
Metroid, it was like Ever M. Like, you don't do that.
Yeah, like
It's not what
exactly.
you do.
So I personally don't think the series even has. This is kind of bold, but I honestly don't see the series having a future. I mean, yes, they may say in interviews, we'll see what happens. The next game will be like this, but he's not gonna. I mean, the directors and producers aren't gonna say in an interview, yes, this game sold like crap. Let's the series is dead. They're not gonna say that. The game is still in the promotional phase. They're not gonna say something like, imagine if articles came out that were like, oh, director says series is dead and this game didn't sell well, 2 months after release. So I don't think you have to keep in mind that not all interviews and press releases and all that, they're not always truthful. So I think they could definitely be hiding something in terms of, we don't know. It could be positive, it could be negative, but it's not a guaranteed positive is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's not good. They're not going to come out and be like, basically what you said. Like, they're not just going to be like, oh yeah, so Sega axed our franchise.
Exactly.
Don't expect another Monkey Ball game ever again.
Right.
Like, it's just not. It's not how it works. So I don't know, you're totally right.
They brought EiEi out back and shot him. Actually.
No.
This is kind of related, but the one thing that's confused me about this whole like sequel situation is the poll. That's like the one thing I don't understand.
What's the
On the
poll?
Monkey Ball Trader, they had a poll. It was like, I think like shortly after the release or something, where like it was like, what would you want in the next?
Oh no, wait, actually I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like.
I put 1 and 2, and it was like I think it won, or it was like close. It was like tied with
Level Creator, but Level Creator won. So I have no idea what this means. I mean, if they're actually gonna make a sequel,
means we're screwed.
Are you talking about the which game would you like next poll, or the what features would you like to see in the future poll?
Both.
Okay.
They're not the same poll.
Yeah, no, because I think there was one like, what game would you want next? And it's 1 and 2 remake, 3DS and Vita remake, Adventure remake, new game.
That was just because that was likely just people, because they had like the little thing you could submit questions. They probably got. It was an adventure one, so they're probably like, I guess it was that adventure.
Remake adventure, and they were like, shit, people want that.
Yeah, I found it. What if you want a Monkey Ball? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means is something, or not they were planning on something in the works or something. Because like they had 2 polls.
My problem with the poll.
Knowing Sega, they would make a Monkey Ball Adventure 2 and put the Chow Garden in that, but still not put it in Sonic.
Oh my god.
My problem with the poll was it just shows that they're, even if they're trying to account for everyone, I don't think they were still completely in touch with the fans want, because the fact that they're putting stuff like Adventure and Monkey Ball 3D and all the some rough games, like I don't think they kind of I don't know if they understand truly, that fans like, why even put Monkey Ball 3D on a poll, to be honest. Like, it's not, I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it. I just don't think
I still hold some hope
you're totally
for continuation, saying that the Twitter still hasn't been abandoned yet.
Is it still being updated?
The last update was 3 days ago, so they're not dead yet.
Okay,
somehow.
That's good.
So maybe it's a
Must be their last post
maybe
ever.
Because the Monkey Ball Bounce Twitter, which actually does exist, that one got abandoned pretty quickly. Like, I pulled out. I think the last tweet was like a Christmas tweet, and then it just disappeared forever. So maybe there's a chance.
The game is still in the promotional phase, to be fair. Technically, I know it's been a few months, but there's still, there's still some advertisements. There's still, sales. They're still adding some stuff to the PC version, oddly enough. But
yeah,
I don't know if you guys knew this, but I don't think they made a single commercial for it. Like, I'm pretty sure I saw something like they never made a commercial for Banana Blitz HD.
But it was a couple ads.
Really?
On like,
yeah, there's a couple.
That's what I meant, like TV commercials.
I mean, it's not like people really watch TV anyway.
No, yeah. It's mostly YouTube ads, which I think are fine, honestly.
I was gonna say,
did
have the last couple Sonic games gotten TV commercials? Because I'm actually not sure.
Probably not. I wouldn't know.
I haven't watched TV.
I'm pretty sure Forces did, but I don't watch TV, so what do I know?
I know the movie has gotten TV commercials, but that's different. That's what Monkey Ball needs. We need
Monkey Ball movie.
I don't know how they do it, and I don't think it would sell.
No, we're getting Jim Carrey's Dr. Bad Boon. Everything's fine.
No.
EiEi has joined the real world.
Oh god, it's like
Monkey Ball Adventure, the movie, dude. That's good.
Monkey Ball super faithful adaptation.
Is it better
than
than
Super Monkey Ball Adventure?
And then we would need Super Monkey Ball Adventure, the movie, the game.
Yes.
It's just the original adventure, except the models are like hyper realistic.
It's literally just a let's play of Super Monkey Ball Adventure.
So-
Oh my god, it's
What we need
starring JeffCompass as JeffCompass.
Oh God.
is a movie based on adventure, and then
Dude,
a crappy licensed game based on the movie based on adventure.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah, the last
Shovelware.
movie.
Based on the licensed
And then-
game.
Mr. Shovel.
And then a Jeff.
Mr. Shovelware should be
And then
in
a
the
movie
Monkey Ball
based on the
Adventure
Jeff
the
review.
movie. Like Mr. Shovelware should be in the Monkey Ball Adventure the movie. It should be an
Honestly,
actual character.
if they wanna appeal to the fan base, you know, they gotta include the most significant members of it.
yeah,
They wouldn't
Monkey
let
Ball
me in.
Twitter.
They just talk shit about them.
Well, it's gotta sell, so they'll get Brad Pitt as Mr. Shovelware.
Brad
Okay,
Pitt is
so
Mr.
for
Shovelware. Hell yeah.
Okay, so for reference, Super Monkey Ball Bounce, according to the Twitter, released on September 14th. No, September 5th, 2014. And then the last post was on December 25th, 2014. So I think it's lasted longer than that by now.
Was it straight up just the same year then?
Yeah, it was the same year. They didn't last it like the rest of the year.
Oof.
So maybe we have hope
That is-
for the new Monkey Ball Twitter.
Oof.
Because I'm pretty sure it's lasted longer than that by now.
I guess we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I can't even find the Super Monkey Ball Bounce
it's
account.
at Super
so...
Monkey Ball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a waste
What
of
the
a
heck,
Twitter
we need to use
handle.
that one.
I was gonna say
That
I'm
is
kind of
terrible. That is
confused that they
awful.
didn't just like use that Twitter account for the new game. Maybe they
I mean, it was from
they lost the
2014.
login info.
Maybe. Or they just wanted like the Japanese account and they realized they might as well sue both. Because like no one cares about the Super Monkey Ball Twitter.
Right.
34 tweets.
This one has over
A shame.
800, so I think that's a good sign. You know, they have to tweet in multiple
That's at least
languages.
an improvement.
Yeah.
We need
Okay.
a remake of Ticket Blitz.
I think my favorite thing about the Monkey Ball Twitter is how you can like submit
Oh,
questions. Even if like they almost never answer them, but you can submit questions.
Yeah, I like that they try to engage with the community to a degree. I think that's a really good move.
Okay, last thing I want to say about the future Monkey Ball, they need to bring Dr. Badboon back. Like, I don't know why they abandoned him. Like, I want him back, unironically, not even joking. They need to
That'd
bring
be
him
good.
back.
Literally
I do think
robotic
that's
Monkey Ball.
that's kind of one of the issues with some of the newer games is Dr. Badboon is such a memorable villain, but you look at the villain from Banana Blitz and it's like literally who?
Yeah, like who's that?
Yeah, I don't even remember him, and I played the game
He's
twice
like
now,
a pirate,
so-
I think.
Something. It's like I don't even know what he is. It's something like
I don't even
that.
know why they.
I don't understand.
I
It's
still
it's
understand
not
why they bothered
Badboon.
with the story in BBHD when it was literally the most shallow story I've ever played in a. Like Mario games have more depth than that. Honestly, it was just like one cutscene and then it's never mentioned again.
It's not even like
Pretty
it's
much.
not even like 2 where it's like a silly story. But
Yeah.
it's fun. It's just like so like shit. The game ships tomorrow. Like
You could argue it doesn't even have a story.
right, exactly.
Like,
It
why
has,
even
like an
bother?
opening cutscene. and
Guys,
then
we forgot to program the cutscenes. The game ships tomorrow. What do we do?
That's always my friend and I's joke with Sonic is it's like, yeah, you know, we got a solid beta, really good concept. Now we can start programming the game. When's it releasing again? Like we shipped yesterday. What?
Yeah.
True. It's probably the story about this, honestly.
Honestly, it probably was just gonna ship. Like, fuck, just make a fucking pirate gorilla, whatever. Who gives a
I
shit?
need you to draw something for me in 10 minutes.
No, seriously, I love the story in Super Monkey Ball 2. Like, I love how every world it just goes in some completely batshit insane direction for like 10 minutes. And you're just like, what is going on?
It's so
anymore?
good because it doesn't take itself seriously and it has so much fun and it's so creative because there's so many different like locales and it's just the reasons they have for like, oh, we're inside a whale, we're small, on top of like a washing machine. It's so dumb in the best way.
And those world themes that go along with it is so funny. It's like, oh yeah, it's like normally in a game it's like grass, desert, water.
Washing
Here it's
machine.
like inside a pot of boiling water.
exactly.
Washing machine world. Fuck it.
There's a bunch of robot EiEis
It's like,
in the
whatever.
background now.
We need to bring back the EiEi song. That's the biggest thing that's missing.
That's
Oh,
what's
for
gone
sure.
wrong. They need the Dole sponsorship.
That's the source. Yes, Dole sponsorship needs to come back.
That'll single-handedly sell the game. Imagine.
Unironically, I missed that.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's had so much charm.
Well, whenever I show somebody Super Monkey Ball 2, I'm always like, okay, but look closely at the bananas, and they're like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, they
Just
went
dole.
for
Integrated
the effort.
sponsorships. The best kind.
Honestly,
And the Dole
Honestly, that's
Blimp.
the
Oh, that
best.
was so funny to me.
oh my god, the first time I noticed the Dole Blimp, I died. It was so
Yeah.
good.
If there was one feature you could have in the next Monkey Ball game, what would it be?
Dole Blimp.
Level editor.
Yep,
That's yeah.
absolutely.
That was the one that won the poll, so that's definitely a potential.
I do
can't-
think level editor is good, but like honestly, I'm gonna be really simplistic with mine. I just want a challenge mode with multiplayer. That's all
I agree. But
I
like
just
the thing
wanna-
is, I'm assuming that's a given when we're thinking of new features. Like it should be a given,
Sure.
which is.
Yeah.
But if I'm
should
thinking like something new that the series hasn't seen before, besides like some like crap editor and splits, then I think stage builder, because it's only, look at Mario Maker. It's only going to build a community. It's only going to make people want to stream the game more. It's self-advertising. It's
It's a good quality
literally
of life.
And not
It'll
only
literally-
that, but there's already a significant Monkey Ball ROM hacking scene, which
Yeah, exactly.
that'll just fuel further.
It's actually a good.
Imagine if they made like a Super Monkey Ball Maker, and you could switch between like the old graphics and like the new style, and
That'd be
all that
cool,
stuff.
yeah.
And
Oh
it
my
wouldn't
God,
tell,
that's
but
so
Make
cool.
me excited.
Dude, I want that Monkey Ball Adventure style. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Oh hell yes!
It changes the physics.
You can make a
completely.
game where you just you just do town missions the whole time.
Yeah,
You can
I just
build
want a
your own
Monkey
open
Ball.
world game.
I genuinely just want a Monkey Ball 2 story. That's like the
Build
big
your
thing I want.
favorite adventure style levels.
Oh, for sure.
You can switch to like Junior.
Yeah, but
That'd be hype. Honestly,
I would
ironically,
honestly
like
love
that.
if they just went all out with it and touching. What?
It's
Why?
probably gonna be like a super basic like.
Oh yeah, no.
yeah, the sad thing is like, sad thing is if like this ever happened, it's Sega, so they would do like the bare minimum and not give like a
As
single
long as
shit
it's
about
better
it,
than the Vita one, then I'm happy.
like normal. I guess so. Yeah, true. Biggest thing I want, I guess I already said it, but like this, just the aesthetic and soundtrack back.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I need like that. I don't know what genre. I saw someone on YouTube. Oh yeah, this is Monkey Wave. I need Monkey Wave back in my life. Honestly, get that guy back. I used to know his name. I don't know what it is, but there was one guy who made that.
I gotta find
soundtrack.
some of the other music, like, cause I'm pretty sure he's done other soundtracks, and I want to know what.
He works on Yazuka.
That's
So
It seems like that's just where most of the old Monkey.
That's what all Monkey Ball devs went, was Yakuza.
That's where Nagoshi is.
the
exactly.
director went there. Just get them and make it.
Yeah,
honestly.
literally the creator of the franchise is
For
just
real.
doing that now.
Is that the studio that technically made
There's
Banana
no-
with AC? Just got like no people to actually work on it.
They should have just had everyone come back and like Amusement Visions get them back together actually and just make a new game. That's what they need to do.
I think I know the director of Banana Blitz HD typically works on Yakuza, but I'm pretty sure he was not involved in any prior game other than Banana Splits.
I think the problem is that the Yakuza is a very good selling series, so I feel like they're never gonna not work on it.
Well, yeah, it sells and it usually gets pretty good reception, so it's like
So it's like they're not gonna waste their
Okay.
time making Monkey Ball. I wish that they did.
it's like why would we make this dumb? Especially if you look at, I love the comparison of
The
Toshiro
original.
Yoshi when
yeah.
he's working on Monkey Ball compared to what he looks like now. It's like this man's never working on Monkey Ball again.
Wait, what do you mean? I don't know what he looks like.
so
now.
that,
What were we
it's great
looking
because
for?
there's pictures of him in like the early 2000s, and it's just he's just this really casual, like nice looking guy. And then you look at him like promoting Yakuza, and he's like sitting on a throne with like sunglasses and a sword.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can
Oh,
find a
shit.
comparison.
Okay, well.
It's really funny.
Do it right now. You
Yeah.
won't.
My final thoughts are: I think the future of Monkey Ball is going to be probably not official, and like what I mean by that is it'll probably be through ROM hacks and stuff like rolled out. Hopefully, I'm wrong because I don't want the series to die. But only the thing is, only time can tell. I've been wrong about predictions before, so we'll just have to see.
My prediction.
I was gonna say I definitely think, regardless of what happens with Sega, I think between the ROM hacking community and stuff like Rolled Out and Paperball, I don't think that type of gameplay is going anywhere. And this is super optimistic, but I think if those games develop large enough of a following, maybe Sega will be willing to try it again. But I don't know. I think worst case scenario, we'll always have the fan community.
I totally foresee Vote Out doing well, making Sega be like, okay, maybe we did this wrong or something.
I don't.
Like if it does like really well, then it could be like, okay, maybe we're just idiots, and then
I think Rolled Out being on PC. I think Rolled Out being on PC is going to kind of hurt that because it's just.
I personally think Vote Out's going to do like good, and it's going to get possibly ported. And if the port happens, I guarantee it's going to do well.
If Rolled Out comes on
Rolled
Switch,
Out somehow ends up on Switch, it's going to do fantastic.
Oh,
like that. I think that's basically a guarantee. I do think the PC version will do good because I feel like there's a big enough ROM hack community that could spread the word about it and get that out.
Yeah.
Plus, like,
I mean, the ROM hack community is only.
Twitch streamers will have a field day with that. So
the ROM hack,
I foresee the PC version doing well.
The ROM hack community is only a few hundred members, so we'll have to see. There'll always be the niches, but I don't see it being commercially successful unless it goes on Switch.
I don't see it being like Celeste big, but I see it being like pretty successful.
Yeah. Right. So that's my final thought.
I know the Kickstarter went well. So
Indiegogo.
Yeah, Indiegogo.
Yeah, all the same thing.
I know
mistake.
I know the Patreon one. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I know there's at least a specific niche who wants it and will get it on PC. But I do think not being on console will limit its reach a bit. But I don't think it's going to perform badly by any means.
There's definitely enough demand for a console version for sure that if they get the ability to do it, they will.
I mean, it'll be fine. I'm just saying commercially. Yeah. It's just not going to be successful unless they put it on consoles. Because the Monkey Ball fan base has always been on consoles.
It's basically Super Monkey Ball is dead. That's the podcast.
Community, but
we'll see. Into a Vote Out discussion.
I get that, but
we'll see. I mean,
I overdosed on crack. It's over.
I won't be buying Rolled Out unless it comes to
laying in an alley somewhere.
Mimi is living a happy life with Dr. Badboon somewhere, you know.
Yeah. Gone is relapsed on ketamine.
So Sandy, you have any
That'd be great. Oh god.
Baby is a dealer.
Yan was killed.
Doctor died of old age.
She didn't pay up. She didn't pay up.
Yan's just kind of vibing.
Canonically, Sonic is a monkey now.
Yeah.
The pirate villain. Pirate villain from
that's true.
Banana Blitz.
An addict as well. What other characters did they make? They made so many characters.
We're like Grandpa from Super Mario.
Dude,
yeah. What's he doing?
True.
Don't even at me.
Don't right hand man.
Sonic is technically a monkey now.
Don't even at me, but Grandpa.
He's not a hedgehog anymore. He's a monkey.
Grandpa is the
Monkey Island.
And then Dr. Badboon's assistant is model now, so he's living a good life.
No longer in existence.
It just
there were no survivors.
I think what is?
It sank.
Oh, for sure.
I think Oldest is a better plot than Banana Blitz.
This is the Monkey Ball movie.
I think Oldest stuff could be a better Monkey Ball plot than Banana Blitz was.
This is the script we're writing right now.
I would play a Monkey Ball game where the plot is just that half of them died. Yeah, this is.
No,
it starts with EiEi like in a dingy apartment, like
to start off with Dr. Badboon's assistant like walking out of his apartment, getting ready to go playing songs like I see, like in the beginning of Devil Wears Prada,
target footage.
A full-on parody of that.
It's actually wicked impressive. I was like, if you're looking for this, yes.
I would love if it did. There's so much potential for opening scenes though, because I would love if it started with like literally just gameplay footage, and then it shows like EiEi like forlornly like walking down the street, and he stops and he like looks at a poster for like a new Sonic game or something,
That would be
and
beautiful.
the screen cuts to black and he just says "fuck."
Wait. Honestly, okay. We write a script for the Monkey Ball movie, and next podcast we just act it out.
We need to write Monkey Ball fan fiction.
Podcast about the Monkey Ball movie.
Yes. Well, not next one, but one after.
No. This is a trailer right now, guys.
Actually, we should do that. That could be a podcast.
Just cut this whole part
have
out.
like, yeah.
It's 'cause this whole
we all
project-
have our own.
Oh, true.
We all have our own like pitch for what we want the movie to be, and we just go around.
Let's get
We need a
angry
special.
video
We
game
need a
nerd
guest
in
to
here.
decide who wins.
Yeah.
we
have a
need
guest
somebody.
judge.
Who can we get like J. Cool or something?
Oh yeah.
we just need somebody from the
I'm
Muggle
sure-
community.
I'm
Wait,
sure my
Let's
editor.
get,
Will
let's
would
get
probably do
the
it.
narrator guy. I forget
If
his
we
name
can't
now,
get any
but
guys, he would
We
do
could probably
it.
get like
Brian,
John
yes,
Fire
let's get him in
someone
here.
in the speed arcade to do it. Honestly,
Let's get
That'd be
Nick
fun.
Robinson.
Yes.
Let's get Brian.
Brian
back.
Matt. Yes. Oh
Do
my
we though?
god, we gotta do it now.
Let's get Toshihiro Nagoshi himself.
Okay, so I guess we gotta do an outro or whatever.
All right. Go in the same order, I suppose. So Jeff, Greg, me, Ninja. Sandy.
It's been EiEi Podcast. Yeah, follow. This has been Jeff. I don't know. Follow my stuff. All the links in the description below.
all right, yeah.
I'll have a new review
this
coming
has
out.
been
of
Greg,
BBHD,
you know, the
and I
star of the
covers
show,
kind of most
right?
of what I said.
But
here.
follow me on Twitter.
yeah.
Follow me on YouTube.
Check it
Don't
out.
subscribe to me. Just follow me. You know. And then yeah, I have a new video coming out too. So try to
Oh, yeah.
watch
Oh,
it maybe.
Okay, yeah, and I'm again Jonii. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter, Jonii V, which I will also have to spell because it's JONIIVEE. I too have a new video coming out. I have reviews of Monkey Ball and Monkey Ball Jr. already. Monkey Ball 2 is coming in a few months, but in the meantime, I'm just messing around. So if you're down for some goofy stuff,
Yes.
hit me up.
This has been Ninjastar Reviews.
Thanks, Sandy.
Consume potassium.
See ya.
Wait, so are we off now?
Monkey.